All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well out there. Of course, if you're tuning into this, you probably already know my name is Luke Weaver, and I'm here with my good friend and business partner, Mr. Rory Pitts.
Hey everybody.
How are you, sir?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this can play out. Since we have some current limitations in showing houses, I'm excited for this opportunity to do a virtual walkthrough in the cloud.
Absolutely. So, in light of, we used to try to do Home Tour Tuesday, where we'd find a great house that we felt could highlight some different things that we'd like to talk about. We don't really have the option of doing that right now, but nonetheless, we have put our collective brains together and through a lot of hard thinking and a lot of swearing and figuring things out, and figured out a way to bring you all Home Tour Tuesday virtual edition. So, right now, we'd like to transport you to the beautiful west side of the Puget Sound Narrows Bridge to Gig Harbor, Washington. This home that we're looking at here today, we're going to view through technology from Matterport, which is essentially a 3D virtual technology. It's pretty sweet. The thing I like about it, Rory, is it gives a more realistic view of a home and its dimensions as opposed to what you see with some of the professional photography.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing technology how well this dials in the layout of a house and how you can walk through it like you're almost there.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what we would call the dollhouse view. That's what they call the dollhouse view over at Matterport. And what we can do with this is we can take a look here. And what you're looking at here from over the top is essentially the first floor of the house. Um, and if you see those stairs right in the middle, that's where the entry is. So that's where you would walk into the house. And then to the right, you have that living space with the fireplace, the sliding glass door to the outside. If you go to the left there, you'll see it's got the downstairs bath and then the kitchen over there with a small dinette, dining room area. The stairs serve as kind of an island for a walk around. And then what you can do is we can go to the different floors to check out what we're looking at. So here we have floor one, and then we can switch it up and go to floor two. Now, this can be a tad overwhelming when you first look at it. I can remember the first time I looked at a Matterport and I was like, oh gosh, where am I? This is something out of Inception. But if you look there kind of to the right side of the screen, there's all the way to the right, you have that that bedroom, and then to the left there, that corridor, that's where you're coming up on the stairs up from the downstairs that we just looked at. And then to the right, you have a bedroom, and to the left, the rest of the living area. So this is what they call the dollhouse view when you're looking at Matterport. You seen anything, Rory, you'd like to point out that I haven't mentioned?
No, it's really cool. I like your comment about it's kind of like Inception. It really can be. You could just like get lost in this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd also like to point out while we're here, they have the dollhouse view, and then you can also do the floor plan view, which I find pretty helpful. Um, Here we're looking at the second floor still, and now we're just kind of looking straight down on everything so you can get an idea of the layout. And we'll do the same thing here for the first floor, and we'll take you on down to that. And here you can kind of see, obviously, the first floor being more to the right of the screen, and that's the left side of there is going to be your garage. Yeah, and so that's why we're not seeing as much as far as usable square footage on the bottom.
You know,
All right.
one thing I noticed with this is when
Yeah.
we saw the MLS pictures from the street, I expected this house to be bigger than when we fired up the Matterport. I was actually a little
Yeah.
surprised at the size of the interior based
Yeah.
off of the street view. And that's why I do like this technology because it gives you the opportunity where if you are in the street or you're driving by it and you're thinking, oh wow, that's a pretty big layout that they have there. With Matterport, you jump in there and you kind of realize, oh, it's not quite what I thought it was going to be. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Just
No,
it's very interesting to look at it at this point of view.
and I'll level with you. I kind of had the same idea. Um, some of the pictures I really like because of the flooring and whatnot inside, and we're going to get an up close look at that here in just a moment. But I thought the same thing. I'm looking at the floor plan here from above, and once we get in here to the 3D tour, you'll see what I'm talking about. Not enough living space for the Weaver family on the downstairs level. That's for sure. I think we'd be a little too close for comfort. The dining room in this seems more probably for a smaller, a smaller family that would be living here, or a smaller group of people versus the clan that I would be bringing.
Yeah, it feels like a good starter home.
Yeah, it really does. Really does. So yeah, without further ado, let's get in and explore the 3D space. Really explore this space and see what we found out. So this drops us in, and as I said before, we are at the entry of the home. This is right where you walk into the home from the street. And the first thing I'm noticing here, right off the bat, is these floors, Rory, are really, really well done. And I love the color all throughout downstairs. The only thing I don't know that I'm a fan of is this railing here for the stairs.
Right.
You have the dark stain on the floor and a lot of white accent throughout the home, but then you have this light oak looking color
Yeah.
on the stairs that I don't know really goes well with the rest of the motif.
Yeah, because you got a different color for the floor,
Yeah.
and then you got a different color for the stairs, and you got a different color for the handrail. And I mean, that's probably the easiest thing to fix once you move in would be doing something with the color of the handrail. Wouldn't be quite
Yeah.
as easy to do something with the floor or the stairs. But yeah, I agree with you. It's a little bit odd.
Yeah, I think the even the floor trim, if you see there, around the flooring is white. I don't know, personally, I think I might set that rail off with a dark stain to match more of the floors, but
Yeah.
or even a white. So, all right. So, anyways, we've walked into the home. Let's take a look here to the right, and I'm going to scan around, and it's going to be kind of slow, but you can see here the stairs to head upstairs to the second level, and we get here to the right, and we are going to go ahead and move into the living space downstairs.
Hey,
I actually,
when you get into living space, can you turn around? I'd like to see what the front door looks like in
yeah,
regards to the stairs.
yep. So we turn around here. There's your stairs. Essentially, the door is right in front of the stairs.
Okay, good. The reason I look at that is you see some houses out there where it's such a funky setup to you got to move. You got to move.
Yeah,
Maybe you got to move beds upstairs or dressers upstairs. And I've seen it before where the door is off to the side, and it would be a real big pain in the butt to bring furniture in and then have to close the door and then have to
right.
snake your way up the stairs. I like this. This is just a straight shot up the stairs.
Yeah, the only thing I would say that I would consider is the lack of space between the door and the stairs. It's kind
Yeah.
of narrow. Not something you really think of right away, but that could become a bit of a congestion point with people taking off their shoes, hanging up jackets, whatever that is, trying to go upstairs. But to each their own. I know that would bother me, but to each their own. Also take note there as you look past the stairs down that hallway, you're heading out into the garage, and on the left there is that downstairs bath for when you have company over.
You got to be creative though, because Kevin McAllister would love this setup. You just open up the door, take your sled, and go right out the front door.
Right out the front door. I love it. All right, let's spin back here to the right. Take a look at this living space again. Now, again, and we talked about it a little bit, the living space here is not exceptionally spacious. If you look at that kind of sectional couch, it's really not a sectional. It's just got the ottoman thing there on the end. What is that called? Not the ottoman, but the
Not the love
that
couch,
yeah.
love
It's
seat.
just it takes up a lot of room in the living space,
Yeah.
and with not wanting to put a TV necessarily over the fireplace because of the heat, you're kind of left putting it off here in the corner as I spin that way.
Yeah,
Um,
and it really affects the what is it? The symmetry? Is that the word I'm
yeah,
looking for?
it does. Yeah, if symmetry, like for instance, my wife, who God love her is an engineer, like this would drive her bananas.
Yep.
So she loves her symmetry, and the angles and that kind of stuff, and having a focal point of the room. This to me kind of takes away. The fireplace is a focal point, obviously that gas fireplace, but then you have to have the TV and all that off to the right. It kind of creates a blur on that wall, really not a
Yeah.
focal point to the room. All that to say, I love the colors, the blue with the white, and the color of that floor. I really do like. I do like the decoration on here, the decorating they've done in here. Not that they're going to leave it for you, but I do kind of like how they've gone about things. It's really clean and bright, very welcoming.
I like those lights too. That removes having to have a lamp in your front room, and
Yeah,
it also removes having to have something hanging from the ceiling. So I think that's pretty creative putting those lights there on that wall.
absolutely, absolutely. I think here we could also notice. Here I'm gonna kind of move us throughout the living space here a little bit. It could be a little jerky. I apologize. Sometimes utilizing this can be a bit of an adventure. But we're over here looking out into the backyard. Also, if you look to the left, I want to say, yeah, it's white. I think it's white. I'm looking at the window sills on this window to the left. Looks like they've done them white, and all the molding around it. So that's good.
Yeah.
Looking out in this yard, it's a good sized yard. It really is. We have to look at some of the overhead photos, but it's got the 6-foot cedar privacy fence. It looks like that's probably a cherry blossom tree. Decent sized deck. Although I'm looking at the deck, it looks like it could use a little TLC.
Is that just bleached from the sun, or is that Trex?
I think you're looking at no. I think we're looking at wood that's a wood deck that's been painted and the paint's starting to peel and bleach.
Ah, okay.
So you would need to address that. That would need to be stripped and have another coat of paint put on there. Obviously, you'd want to get an inspector to take a look at it and make sure there's no rot. But the yard is nice. Having that deck is nice. So let's spin around here to the left and go ahead and head on down this hall. And this takes us into the kitchen living area. I like this window on our right in the hallway often, and you got the light above too, if you can see that. Often these hallways can kind of be dark.
Right.
But this window gives it a lot of natural light. And then you also, if you can see through the window there is a door to that deck as well from that dining room area.
I like that. That brings in more natural lighting, like you were
Yeah,
saying. It doesn't
yeah.
make that hallway so dark. And then what's that? What do you figure that is right there? A storage room on the left?
Probably that goes into the stairs. Yeah, so you're looking at um, some kind of storage under the stairs. So probably one of those stairway closets at kind of low ceiling.
Gotcha. Throw your vacuum, throw your broom, throw
Right,
throw all your stuff in there you don't want people to see.
right. All right, now we come here into the kitchen. I like the feel of the kitchen. Again, I like the colors. I love the floors that they have down throughout. Couple things to point out here. This is really the only dining area you have downstairs. So if you like entertaining, if Thanksgiving's at your place, this is something you'd have to take into consideration. This
Yep.
dining area is not very large. You do have the bar setting there, which is always nice. I like that, to be able to sit right there at the kitchen, kind of looking into the kitchen. But you look at that table, 4 chairs, and it's already kind of tight quarters. So again, if you got a lot of people living in the house, or you like to entertain, this this would be maybe a little bit difficult on the space.
Yeah. Yep, I would agree with that.
So let's spin here to the left. And this, I'm going to make the comment. I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with this, but wow, look at that fridge. We'll have to look at the listing and seeing if they're leaving that.
So
Um,
I think I should just point out right now that I don't think most fridges look that wide. So I think we're definitely looking at a fisheye view of the kitchen, because
yeah.
that stove looks really small compared to a really fat fridge.
Once I go to the left here a little bit, you can see the fisheye go away.
Ah, okay.
So, thing I'd like to point out with this kitchen is they've done a really good job of updating with the floors and all that. Again,
Yeah.
like with the stairway rail, these cabinets probably need to be updated.
Yep.
So this is late 90s, early 2000s kind of vibe on that light oak stain. I'm thinking something probably white would go really well with that blue and those counters. But yeah, that doesn't really. I'm not really liking the color of the cabinets in there as compared to the rest of the vibe of the house.
Yeah, I think you hit on something there. I think if they were to paint those white, I think that would make a world of a difference, make that kitchen pop a little bit more with the contrast to the blue.
Yeah, absolutely. And to each their own.
Yep.
Nothing. You're not ever going to get anything perfect. You really have to think about the space. Um, the other thing I'm noticing here for me that would be a detraction is that's just a kind of a small kitchen space. You put Rory and Christy in there trying to cook up a meal for the kids at the same time, and there's going to be some angst and anger
Yes.
bumping into each other. So, but again, I think that what we're seeing here is a fairly, good starter home. You know what I'm going to point out here? You see that little door to the left?
Yep.
So there's your storage. I'm guessing, and if I spin this all the way around back to the hall, that door in the hall is serving as the
Pantry.
pantry. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Ah.
I bet it's locked off at about where that door is, and it
Yep.
serves as the pantry. And then that little door there is your under the stairs storage area.
Yep. One thing to point out here, you see those hooks on the wall. There is no entryway closet to hang up coats or throw your shoes.
Right.
So
Right.
that is, for some people, I know that's a little bit of a deterrent because they like to take out their shoes right there at the door, or they like to take
Yeah.
out their jacket right there at the door, and to have to go into the kitchen or the dining room to do that. That could be a deterrent.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. I agree. And that's too, I think goes along with that door right in front of the stairs there.
yep.
Makes it a bit difficult. So let's shoot up here towards the door again. We're going to head up here. We're back here kind of at the entry. And if we turn to the right, you can see what I was talking about earlier, where you head out to the garage.
Yep.
And if we kind of come down this hallway and whip you around to the left, you can see here is your half bath that would be for your guests when they're over for your dinner party or whatever. You have your half bath right here. I like the half bath near the front door.
Yep.
I don't know why. I've always liked the half bath near the front door. Easy access. Someone needs to use it right when they come over or on their way out the door. Kids got to go to the bathroom on the way out the door. It's right there. I've always kind of liked that.
Yep. I'm with you.
So, all right, we'll spin around here and head back to jump over here to these stairs. And let's go ahead, turn ourselves around and head upstairs.
I did notice that half bath has a slider window. I'm a big fan of slider windows in bathrooms.
Yeah, especially on Taco Tuesday. Absolutely. So, all right, we are going to head up. Here, let's back up one more time. Something cute that I just saw that I don't know that everyone did. We're going to see if I can get that one more time. Come on. I know this is jumpy, but when you see it, you'll love it if I can make it happen. Look at the top of the stairs on the left.
Oh, is that a cat?
Yeah.
Here, let me do this real quick. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yep, there's a cat at the top. I'll be darned.
Yep. Isn't that funny? So I just caught that as we were heading upstairs. So Cat saw the Matterport coming, and he scrammed because by the time we head up these stairs, he is gone. He wants no part of the Matterport. So these stairs, something to point out here, it's sometimes it can be tough to tell these. They seem a bit narrow. And when you get to the top of the stairs, I want to see how much room we have here. Let's spin around. And again, we're doing this kind of slow, but just want you guys to see everything. So you come up the stairs. I guess you have a short wall there. I'm thinking about just getting things upstairs that you might need. So
Right.
Beds, bedroom sets, that kind of stuff. It seems a little jammed here at the top of the stairs. So that could be
Yeah,
an
and
issue.
that kind of plays into what I was saying earlier about the door downstairs is is you can still run into this problem upstairs. I've seen this before where you get to the top of the stairs and that's where the washer and dryer are at. And then
Yeah.
it's like that scene from Friends where you have to pivot the mattress, or you have to pivot the furniture to get them
Yep.
into the next room.
Yep. It's yeah. Lift up, spin that way, get that angle. I just caught my fingers in the door. Yeah, I hear you. So let's go in. Right when you come upstairs, there's a room here to the left. You can look out here and see that backyard. Again, nice backyard.
Oh
Got the
wow, that
privacy.
is a good size.
Yep.
And it's
Spin
fully
around here.
fenced.
Yeah. Turn here to
Nice.
the right. Looks like they've been using this as a workout room for them, and maybe a baby room. But this is a full bedroom. Here they were using it as a workout / office. Over there you do have a walk-in closet in here. That's nice. It's a
Wow.
secondary room, not the master, but it does have a nice large walk-in closet. And we could pop over there and take a look. There's the cat box. But yeah, it's a full walk-in closet with the shelf overhead and all that. So this is nice as a secondary bedroom.
Yeah, that's interesting because I was trying to figure that out earlier. You know, they're using it as a, like you said, a workout room. I guess you could also possibly use this as a family room and throw like kids' toys or whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah, guess it is a bedroom. Son of a gun.
yeah, it could be a bonus room, sorts of theater room, game room.
Oh, there's
Um,
a Matterport camera.
yeah, you see that? Just swing around there. There it is in the mirrors. So, all right, let's go ahead and head out of this room, cross the hallway, and show you guys the rest of this. So here you have another secondary room. It's got the window out there over the backside yard. You have your closet. Um, it's not overly large, but it does the job for sure as a secondary room, as a guest room.
Yeah, that's some pretty tight quarters there.
Yeah, I'm looking at that dresser that's like right up against everything. So we will spin around here and head back out and down the hallway. I'm certain that this hallway is not this narrow out here. That's something with the camera, but if you shoot up here to the end of it and we spin to the right, you will see that we have a couple things going on here. We have to the right down this hallway, we have a full bath. So that's good there. And then over here to the left, we have another bedroom. Obviously been used as the baby room here, and we'll shoot in here. Looks like they have the closet doors off because that's what works for them right now. That makes sense. They got those shelves in there, all babies' outfits.
Oh, yep.
Changing table, the whole bit, right?
That's not uncommon. We've seen quite a few houses that they'll just
Yeah.
take the doors off completely.
And my guess, those doors are down in the garage, just waiting to be put back up. So, and let's see, we'll head in here to the bathroom. There's your Matterport camera. You can see it. But, yeah, it's, let's see, look down here at the sink and around. It's not the most updated bathroom. This tile's probably been in here since they bought the house. But it's a cute little bathroom. It does its job. And it's not the master bath, so you're not going to be looking at the 2 sinks, 5-piece whole bit. But it's a nice hallway bathroom. All right, so we're back out here in the hallway, and I will flip us around so that we can go in and check out the master. All righty, coming here to the master, it's kind of got a hallway into it. As you're coming in, you'll see that here. The floors up here are basically the same that we saw downstairs. And so they've chosen to go with the hardwood floors in here, the laminate floors, and then use area rugs. which,
Yeah,
it's the same color schemes. It's the same. That's kind of just a preference thing, whether you want carpet in your room or you're okay with the hardwood floors.
yeah, it seems to be that room is not as crowded, and I guess you would expect that with the master. I know a couple of these views don't make it look too favorable, but I think there's probably more space there than what that angle is showing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying, and it depends on the size of this bed. If this bed is a queen, which I'm guessing, it's still a good amount of space on both sides of it and at the foot of the bed. Um, Even with a king, I would think you'd have plenty of space in there. So let's cruise over and check out the master bath. And let's see, if I look to the right here, it's just the mirror in the corner coming here to the master bath. So one thing I'd like to point out here is as you're looking into the master bath, straight ahead, you're going to see that the tub there, and then to the left, I'm guessing is their walk-in closet that they don't want us looking at their clothes.
Yeah, I saw that we when we were walking down the hallway there, I saw that we had some closet doors. I was trying to look on the listing real quick to see if by chance the washer and dryer were in there, but unfortunately the listing doesn't say where they're located. So either they're
Right.
there or they're downstairs in the garage.
So this is a spacious master bathroom. It's separate tub from the shower. You got your two-piece sink there, his and hers, or you
Yeah,
and them and they, all that. We'll come up here, look to the right, and obviously there's your commode and your shower. What I like about this shower is a lot of times in these separate tub from shower, 5-piece situations, the shower will be very small.
yeah,
This is, it's two full doors there that slide open, so it's plenty of room. You could turn that into more of a rain room if you wanted, having a shower on each side or even above.
yeah.
So there's a lot you could do with having that much space.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're not right next. The tub and the shower are not right next to each other. I like that. I
Yeah.
know that a lot of builders they'll put them next to each other just because it's more convenient for the plumbing. But it's nice
Yeah.
to see these two separated.
Yeah, I like that. Again, this bathroom probably has not been updated since they owned the home. You're looking at the tile, which is not bad. I mean, the tile looks fine, looks good. Some people may want to, have that updated, but again, personal preference. It's fine as is. They've done certain things to this home, obviously, with the flooring and the different color schemes and whatnot. Other things they've left, the tile in the bathrooms, the same probably original doors, kind of that light oak color that we saw in the kitchen and some of the handrails. All right, let's cruise on out of here, and we'll head back out and downstairs. What are some of the things you took away from this place that you really like, Rory?
I like the fact that it does have it looks like it's well maintained. Like that it's definitely been cared for. One of the things you don't see in pictures, but we can definitely see a little bit more in this walkthrough is the little things. I mean, obviously you'll see the little things without a doubt when you're there looking at it, but through looking at these Matterport photos, those little things like what does the top of the railing look like? What do the sills look like? Um, it just looks like it's a well maintained home. Yeah, it could probably use some updates. I don't know if it really needs any upgrades, but it could probably use an update or two. But I mean, this house, I would say, would be perfect for just about anybody. If you've got,
Yeah.
if you've got a family like ours, where if I was to have my wife, myself, and the 5 kids, this probably would not be a good fit. But if you're, starting out or you only have 4 or 5 people in your family, this might be a good fit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a nice place. It's what we say, location, location, location. It's in Gig Harbor. The harbor's well known as a great community, great schools, and all that kind of stuff. If that's what you're looking for, yeah, I think overall they've done a good job doing the floors and doing the little things that update it and make it give it kind of that fresh look, that fresh appeal. The yard is nice. It's overall, it's a nice little home, and I think it'd be a great starter home or a great home for like a 4-person family kind of a deal. And if you don't need too much living space downstairs, then it's I think it offers a lot.
Yeah, I think that's something else that you bring up is that there's not a lot of there's not a lot of space, but at the same time, that can be a good thing. You
Hmm.
can have a house that has too much living space where you've just got dead pockets, and this one really doesn't. It uses every single square foot of the property of the house for something.
Yeah,
There's technically no family room. You just have a living room, and there's technically not a breakfast nook, but just a dining area.
yeah,
And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's nice to just have what you need. It makes as our family has learned in the past, you don't really need a lot of house because when you got a lot of house, you got a lot of cleaning.
absolutely. It just depends on what you want to do and what you're striving to do. But overall, I like this place. It may not work for everybody, but I do like it. I like what they've done with it. I love the floors in there. So
Yeah.
that adds. I love the wider floors. Like the 4 inches,
Hmm.
4 or 5 inch panel versus the more narrow. So and it looks like they have some good texture to them. I like those floors that have texture, have a little bit of feel under your feet. So and like we said, you can't really beat a great community like Gig Harbor. Um, Good for everything on that side of the bridge, and if you don't got to cross a bridge to work, that's ideal. So yeah, this home's listed at 469. So the harbor's always going to have price points that are higher than what you'd see on this side of the bridge in Pierce County, on the Tahoma side. So you're paying a little bit more for that location and that community. But I think I don't know, price wise, I think it might be a tad high. They might be on the higher end there of what they're looking to get, but they've thrown it out there and see what the market brings them.
What's the square footage on this one?
Let's see. Square footage on this is 1881. The lot is 60, nearly 6,500 square feet. Like I said, it's listed at 469.9. It's going to pass on any kind of appraisal, so you could do FHA, USDA, VA, conventional. They are looking for a 2-hour notice on showing. So if you see this house and you're like, hey guys, we want to actually see it up close and personal, give us a shout. We need a 2-hour notice to show it. The one thing here is seller needs occupancy through June 7th. So if
Oh,
you're looking to move in May, for example, they're going to need a little bit more time. But I'm looking here. They do have fruit trees. It's a cul-de-sac, which is great. And we're going to go down here. Site features cable TV deck. It's fully fenced. Gas is available. High-speed internet. It has a sprinkler system. And they are leaving the dishwasher, dryer, garbage disposal, microwave, range oven, refrigerator, and washer. So everything you need to move in, it is set and ready to go for you.
wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good little house, man. If anybody wants to see it, is interested in all, just go ahead and give Roy or myself a shout. We'd love to run you out there. Or if this is kind of like what you're looking for, feel free to, let us know, hey, I like this, but maybe not here. It's a little bit high for my price range, and we'll find you something else that works. But I like this. I really appreciate everyone jumping in and taking a look at this house with us today. We're going to try to do 1 or 2 of these a week while we're all stuck inside and give you an idea of what the market's bringing and try to bring you something from a different community each time we do it. So we're looking all around the Puget Sound.
Yep. Yep. I appreciate you guys hopping on here with us. And yeah, keep in mind if this is something that you are interested in, we're seeing a lot of offers written right now, subject to actually viewing the property. So it's okay to
Yeah,
get an offer in before you even see it. We're seeing sellers that are accepting that right now just because of the unique situation that we're in.
absolutely. Yep. So feel free to call Luke or Rory. Shoot us a text or a call. Tahoma Homes Northwest, broker by eXp Realty, and we'd love to help you out. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.